Hey, Coach, you just want to start with an opening statement?
Yeah, just a great win for the Falcons. Just, all year, I think the one, and I told the team this, the one trait that we've exhibited all year is we've just showed a lot of mental toughness. And from our record when we were 1-4, and then winning 6 out of the last 7, and the amount of times that we've come from behind in the fourth quarter, or even today, 24-0, and credit to Toledo to make it 24-24. And at that point, it looked like we had no momentum, and they were rolling. And what a big drive by our offense, and a great turnover caused by our defense. And to finish the game the way we did, I'm just really proud of our football team. And we've got some really good character guys in that locker room. We've got a really good senior class that has done a great job of leading our team this year. So I couldn't be prouder of our team and happier for our players. And we're really excited that we believe we're going to have a chance to stay together for another month. This team enjoys each other. It's a good locker room. It's a good chemistry. And last night we had the seniors talk. And one of their big motivations for winning is they wanted to stay a team for another month. And that, when you hear that as a coach, it's pretty neat to hear. So,
Paper, since you've been named head coach, you talked about being able to run the ball in the cold weather. When it gets cold, you need to be able to run the ball. Tonight you saw Willie Jeter and
I was just trying to throw people off. I didn't really mean that.
Well, tonight when it was cold,
You know what? The last couple games we've run the ball when we had to. We did it last week against Akron, and we did it against Miami. And you get into situations with the lead, not much time left, and you need a hard hat approach, and we did that. And again, it's like getting the ball to Freddie. The whole world knows it's going there, and yet we still get him his touches. And in those situations, the whole world knows you're running it. So it seems like we run it best in the toughest situations, which is short yardage goal line. We've been successful all year, and late in the game with the lead.
Do you think Eric Page's forward progress was stopping that play?
Absolutely. No, absolutely not. The whistle didn't blow, and he was still leaning forward, and I thought our guy made a great strip on the ball. And you got to play to the whistle. And even after the fumble, he was still leaning forward. So you don't think I'm going to disagree with that call, do you? Okay.
What do you think is a likelihood now that you guys get number one?
That we get to a bowl?
Yeah.
I think it's very likely. There's going to be a couple bowls that need at-large teams, and there's not a lot of 7-5 at-large teams, and I think we've set ourselves up as one of the top 7-5 at-large teams. We've won 6 out of our last 7. We really, I think, play an exciting brand of football. Every game this year except one has been very competitive. Almost all of our games are the fourth quarter. If teams want a good show in their bowl, I think we have a lot of confidence. I think we could say we could deliver on that.
What did they do to limit you in the second and third quarter?
Well, we didn't have the ball. The time of possession, the first half was almost, I think it was 19.5 to 10.5. And part of it was we had those 2 block punts, and so we had short fields, and then he dropped the 1 punt, and then we had the turnover. So if you look at the first half stats, it looked like we didn't move the ball at all, but in reality, we had 4 short fields, and we scored on all 4 of them. And then in the third quarter, we just missed on a couple of plays. We had a holding call that got us to a 1st and 20. We turned somebody loose in a protection. And we knew going into the game that would happen. They run a lot of different blitzes. They're very multiple. And our whole thing was they're going to get us a handful of times, but when we get them, we got to make it sting. And we didn't do that as often as we'd like. But again, we found a way to win the game and score enough points to win.
How tired was your defense?
They were very tired at the end, and that's why that turnover at the end was a big play.
I saw you go over to Dr. Page at the end of the game there. Kind of some encouragement.
I just said I'm really impressed with him as a player. I joked about him that if he could leave after 1 year and go to the NFL, I'd encourage him to do so. And I just said I'm not looking forward to have to play against him for 3 more years. He's a really good player, and I'm sure he feels a little bad for dropping that punt, but he was a big reason why they got back in it too. And I really like him. Watching him on film all year, I'm really impressed with him as a player. And the other wideout, Williams, is a good player too. So I'm glad he's graduated.
Defensively, you seem to try a lot of blitzes, bringing extra people in different angles, and really didn't work that well, did it?
No, they're a really good offense. know, they're leading offense in the conference, and they're big up front, and we're undersized all front. I've been saying that all year, and you know, so when we bring our pressures, you know, they do a good job picking it up, and you know, we at some point you got to win. And we have not won a lot of those matchups in the blitz game, although Snyder won one late, which was a big play. So in the second last drive that we stopped them, when they did the quick kick, you know, he beat it back on a move, but you know, we were holding on most of the day defensively, and again, we just told our guys, just keep playing hard, make something happen. As long as we didn't give a big play for 7, you know, we gave ourselves a chance to get off the field in other ways. And the stop we had in the goal line that we forced them to kick a field goal was a big stop. And then the turnover late in the game. You know, but really what was big is just the first half. Those block punts, great job by our special teams guys to scheme that punt block up.
Did you see something in their tapes, their scheme?
You know, we look every week at different ways to try to find something, so.
Because the pressure you got was not the normal place maybe to get it from.
Yeah, we, you know, we go in every game and we have a block and a return and just happen to get home.
What's it like to win your first game in this rivalry?
Oh, I mean, the Toledo game is a very, very big deal to our program. You know, and we might not have been as outward about it, but internally, we talk about this rivalry all year. And we know how important it is to our players. We know how important it is to our alums, and it was very important to us that we play well. And we had so much else on the line too, so it's just everything we want. And I said a week ago, this is our Super Bowl, so we were playing for a 7-win season, a probable bowl bid, and it's Toledo. And our guys showed up and played hard and got it done.